a second. All right, y'all. I am coming back to finish giving y'all the update because on the last live, the doctor had come into the room. Hold on. I'm sitting a little weird right now. But the doctor had come into the room, so I had to jump off. So I want to thank everybody for your concern. Y'all make sure to hit the like button on the way in when you are watching the live. Just wanted to give y'all a little bit of an update. So I got some good news and I got some concerning news, but I speak healing over every situation, over everything that's going on. Really, really grateful that I was able to get in for the follow-up appointment today. And the doctor was really cool. The nursing staff was really cool. It was just one chick, the one that checked me in. She was, I ain't gonna lie, she was kind of a bitch. But it was funny because the medical assistant that was helping me, she must have known that the woman has like been rude to people, rude to patients, because she was like, "Oh, report her immediately." she was like, "Report her immediately," and I didn't know what the lady's name was. And so, you know, it just was funny because she went and found out her first and last name and gave me the phone number to call for like patient services or whatever. And she was like, yeah, because her manager was sitting right there next to her. Like, she was so cool. So shout out to the medical assistant that assisted me at the appointment. And the doctor was really cool too. He reminded me a lot of my dad. And he wasn't black, but just his mannerism, the way he, you know, walked and everything. The doctor was cool. So apparently we got some results. They got the results in from the colonoscopy. More results than what I was told at the ER. So the polyp that they removed, he said they did do a biopsy on it. The polyp came back benign. So now I have two things to celebrate with no cancer. The tumors just resolved themselves, and the polyp that they removed did come back as benign. And then he did tell me that they thought all I was dealing with was the ulcers. But he said that my stomach lining is actually, my whole lining is inflamed, and that's what he's concerned about, is what's causing that, because I don't drink. Like, I really don't. I'm a social drinker. The last time I had alcohol was during the video shoot, and that was just because they were giving us, you know, alcohol for the shoot. But I don't drink alcohol at home. And I don't eat, you know, y'all know I eat really healthy. Y'all be watching my Chef on a Budget, Eat Your Way Healthy segments. So they're going to do more testing at a different location that has more of the equipment. And then they're going to do a pulmonary test on my lungs to find out if, you know, if it's more than just asthma, because he's like, you could be dealing with something more serious than just asthma. He said that he feels the exposure to mold is contributing to it, but that the main factor is the amount of pollen that's going around in Houston right now, because, you know, the pollen is like super high, and gave me some medication for that. And he told me that he's like, I want to get some more x-rays done on your lungs and on your stomach. And he was like, we also need to have your thyroid, the right side of my thyroid that's left, evaluated. Because I told you guys I'm a 2-time thyroid cancer survivor. So I, you know, out of the 13 biopsies I had years ago, 2 came back malignant. And after those 2 malignancies, found out it went into remission. And the final consensus was interdeterminate, which means that they could not rule out cancer, but I did have multinodular goiter. So y'all, again, make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Like this video, share the video with all my videos on YouTube. So he's like, you do have a mass on the right side of your thyroid that's left, and it is 1 centimeter, which when they found the malignancy on the left side of my thyroid, before, that was the concern, because the nodules on the left side had grown to 1 centimeter, they usually do schedule you for biopsy. So he's like, I'm going to refer you to an endocrinologist, which is normal for, thyroid disease, so that they can do another thyroid uptake scan and do a ultrasound, thyroid ultrasound, and to find out, to measure it basically to see if there is any sort of malignancy there. The shadow, I see there's comments, but the shadow, I can't actually see them because of the sun. So yeah, there are some concerns, but like I always tell you, I speak healing over my body. I do not claim, even if they find out it was cancer, I don't claim it. So I'm very, very grateful that they are moving things rapidly. They have me already set up for the early part of next week for all the other testing that needs to be done. And like I said, it's more concern than I realized. I'm like, how in the world did my stomach lining, why is my stomach lining inflamed? And he's like, well, that's the thing, we got to find that out. So he set me up with a referral to a colorectal surgeon. So that's in the works to get these things removed. Thank God for that. But he's like, I'm concerned about the mass that was found on the right side of your thyroid during the last thyroid CT scan. So we'll get all that taken care of. And like I said, the doctor was cool. Pretty much everybody was cool, but the chick that, had checked me in, and that lady tickled me because she was like, oh yeah, report her immediately. And I said, I don't know what her name is. And so it was just funny because she came back in like 5 minutes. She had her first and last name. She gave me the number to call. She said, because we don't tolerate that here. We want everybody to feel welcome. I said, yeah, she definitely didn't make me feel welcome. So shout out to the medical assistant. She was dope. Okay, now that I'm out the sun. Cody, hey, good to see you, my good brother. Oh, and also about my teeth, and I was so glad we talked about this. He said, so the periodontist does come from, now y'all on this live, I don't see no likes. Okay, do I gotta go off camera to get likes? Do I gotta pull a Jaguar to get y'all to hit the like button? Do I really gotta do that? I don't want to have to do a Jaguar to get y'all to hit the like button. I'm gonna have to come off camera because y'all won't hit the like. But anyway, he told me, he said, look, he was like, the issues with the periodontist is because I'm a Graves' disease patient. So he was like, that's common with, patients who have Graves' disease. He was like, but it's like a double-edged sword. He was like, the gastrointestinal issues can get triggered by the teeth that need to be fixed in the gum disease. He's like, it's just gum disease, and we just need to treat the gum disease, and we can get, your teeth aligned. And he referred me to a dentist. He said, but also the GI issues can trigger the teeth to not be healthy, and then the teeth not being healthy contribute to the gastrointestinal issues. So like I said, there's a whole lot I found out today that I did not know, and I'm so glad to finally have some answers. And like I said, the doctor was nice. He was super nice. Older dude, I think he said he was from New Orleans. Yeah, because we talked about New Orleans and my dad. And then he said, we need to get your heart evaluated because your father died from hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Our concern is that that's common with Graves' disease patients. This is all stuff I didn't know all these years. And so a lot of answers today, a lot of appointments set up, and a whole lot of movement. And they're moving quick. They wanted me to go to the other hospital on Monday, but I have a lot to take care of this weekend and a lot to still figure out, as far as living situation, all that. And when I told him, how things are going with that, he was like, we might even be able to get you in touch with one of the social workers associated with our office that could, help you to be able to hopefully get on the waiting list for housing. He's like, and it may not take as long because I'm a patient that's more medically, like, what do they call it, medically needy, meaning that because I have all these issues, they may be able to push that along a lot faster. So to those who have sent prayers, thank you. To those who have sent donations, thank you. To those who wanted to but couldn't, thank you for that intention, because y'all know, like, I'm still having to move around and stuff. And I talked with him about the exposure to mold, and he said, he was like, I can't say that that's the main cause, but it does contribute to the symptoms that I've been having, like the constant diarrhea, the nausea, and the vomiting. Like, they're still baffled as to why I had that severe diarrhea and projectile vomiting episode at the ER. He's like, so we got to get your gastrointestinal issues under control. Otherwise, it's going to continue to make you sick. So now that I'm out of the sun, I can see the comments. Any good news? I just saw 888. That's what I'm talking about. I've been seeing the abundance number too. See, Franny, I think that's Chelsea. Good to see you, my love. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yep, that is Chelsea. Good to see you. So thank you. And y'all, don't, again, for those who come in, even on the replay, hit the like button. But I'm very grateful that we now have some answers on what's, causing a lot of these issues, and they are moving quickly. Like, so, going to the hospital, as irritating as it was to constantly be woken up, it's a blessing, because like he said, me having gotten admitted, they're taking it very serious, and the sense of urgency is what I appreciate, because y'all know for the longest time I've been waiting on the colonoscopy, I've been waiting on medical treatment, and now everything's just moving. So I was like, I want to get my teeth taken care of because it hurts. Like, fuck what any dumbasses on here talking about. This shit hurts. I need to get the wisdom teeth removed and get them aligned and get the gum disease under control, because I don't like that my gums bleed when I'm asleep, and then the pain that I experience. So he was like, if we can get you in with the dentist, that'll help. If we can get the teeth, fixed and get the gum disease under control, that'll help reduce the GI issues. But we have to also get the GI issues under control, because that contributes to the teeth and the issues. Because he asked me today, was I in pain? I'm like, yeah, this left one has been killing me ever since I woke up. And all I ate this morning was a banana. So it's not like I've eaten a whole bunch of food. He did tell me to stay away from alcohol, which I told him I already do that anyhow, because I used to be an alcoholic and I don't drink. I'm literally a social drinker. So, and y'all know I don't go out a whole lot of often. So I know there's some events that are coming up this weekend, and I hope I'm able to go and see what doors that can open up, in terms of new opportunities. I still have all that content that I need to finish editing from the video shoot and get that uploaded. But like yesterday physically was difficult. Like I'm not I had diarrhea 6 times yesterday. And a lot of it, I do believe, and the doctor agreed with me, came from the breakfast food that I ate at the room I was at, and then the mold exposure. So he's like, if you want more concrete medical documentation as far as the mold, I can speak with a GI doctor to where they can, hopefully confirm that the mold exposure did contribute to me ending up in the ER that night. Because he's a primary doctor. So he's like, if you want those details, definitely we'll get you in, and you can talk with the GI doctor about that. So just want to give y'all a quick update. I am definitely just so very grateful. I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired as hell, but I'm grateful that things are moving in the right direction, and they're moving quickly in the right direction. I'm not having to wait, weeks and months like I would have. And that's the whole beauty and how God aligned everything. Yes, my insurance got canceled, but my application for the hospital's assistance program got approved immediately while I was in the ER. And that's what's been enabling me to be able to go and get, seen quickly, and I don't have to pay out of pocket. Even the nasal spray he gave me for the allergies and the post-nasal drip and sinuses, he was like, that will help. He said, but, try to avoid mold exposure. He's like, but honestly, it's really hard in Houston because it's so humid and damp out here. So he's like, there's different, it's not an air purifier. It was the name of another machine. I have to look on the paperwork. He said that will kind of help with the asthma. And I found this out. Apparently, when I take my inhaler, he said if any part of that medication gets on my tongue, it also contributes to the tooth decay as well as the GI issues. I didn't even know that. So he gave me this tube to attach to it. He said, and use that for whenever you have to use your inhaler to make sure that it actually goes into your lungs. He said, because it seems like you're having some sort of pulmonary issue, and I don't smoke. I don't. Like, I don't even smoke weed no more. If I do anything, it'll be like an edible, like a gummy. So it's not like I'm doing anything to contribute to having any sort of breathing issues. It really is the extreme allergies and then the mold exposure. Also, I already started the process on the litigation as far as starting the lawsuits against all these different Airbnbs and hotels. So a lot of abundance is coming in. It's gonna take some time, but I'm like, y'all don't want to pay me now? Oh, trust me, you gonna pay me later, okay? You coming up off that money, because there's no way in hell I should have ended up in the ER as a result of a property or properties that I've stayed at. So y'all don't want to pay me? Okay, cool. We're going to go to court, and you're going to pay me big money, okay? How about that? So, I talked with him about that as well. Chelsea said, I'm so happy for you. Thank you, my love, and thank you, Cody. Good to see you, my good brother. Said happy for, hold on, I can't see this. Happy for good news and that things are rolling along. Okay, good to see you, my good brother. Have a good time. And I'm not staying on here. I'm about to jump off, but I just wanted, because I know that when the doctor came in, I had to jump off real quick. But I'm telling y'all, that place, I love it. They're taking my health issues serious. They are speedily moving the ball on everything. And everybody on the live, make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. And when things do kind of settle down, I do plan to be back on the lives, but right now I got to deal with real life every day. So, y'all might not see me for a few days, but I will be back. I got to get all this taken care of with my health. That's the number one priority, is making sure that my health is good. And then, attracting financial stability. And like I said, I was glad when I told him, because he asked me like how I'm maintaining. I said, really, it's just God making a way, and it's you guys, those of you that have been sending donations, and shout out to all of you who have. I really appreciate it. And if you couldn't donate, thank you for your prayers, because I feel them, especially today. So I want to thank all of my D's peeps. Thank you for your positive energy. Thank you for just y'all keeping me uplifted, because I know I'm normally the one encouraging everybody, but I still battle depression. I still am healing depression, healing anxiety, both of which are symptoms of Graves' disease. And I told them that I wanted to get with their psychiatrist, because I want to start back doing sessions with a life coach. And so they even offer that, because going through this is a lot. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I had a breakdown yesterday because I was so severely sick, and I was frustrated because I was supposed to there was an opportunity for me to go make money, and I couldn't because I spent from 10 a.m. until 3:30 a.m. damn near the whole day in the bathroom. And I was like, this is so irritating when I am trying my hardest to, get back on my feet and get back to taking care of myself and then my health. And he's like, but it's because of what your body's going through. He was like, there's too many issues that need to be treated, and we still need to do testing on. He's like, so, make sure you're getting your rest. But y'all know, I'm all about the grind. So God obviously had a reason for that, and he's like, we can get you in touch with our local, like their facility psychiatrist. He's like, and it'll be free. You won't have to pay for anything. So y'all know I promote healing and positive mental health. There is nothing wrong with talking with a psychiatrist or a life coach. That is what has helped me to become the person I am today with my healing journey. And so I'm really looking forward to having the sessions again, regular sessions, to talk about this, because he said it's a lot what you're going through, and it's normal for you to have a breakdown because your body's going through a lot and you're not able to work the way that, you used to be able to. And he was like, and, the disability. Now, I ain't going to hold y'all. I don't want to be on disability, especially with what Trump is doing right now with cutting, Social Security and Medicaid. I don't want to be on disability. However, I will go through the process of the application, because maybe it will help while it's still available. And he was like, that's something else that, we can look into. So I need to, go through with the processes for each specialist, the endocrinologist, the GI, the colorectal surgeon, so that they can let me know what they think. If they say that they feel that I won't be able to work for more than a year, then I would qualify for disability. But I would much rather make my own money, and y'all know that. That's why I'm always doing my editing, my promotions with the multimedia production, digital marketing. That is what I'm speaking into existence. That is what I want to get paid to do. So I want to thank y'all for your positive energy. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your prayers. And thank y'all for supporting my channel. Thank you for being supportive of me. And just y'all stay positive. I don't want anyone to worry. We don't do worry. We don't do stress. We don't do low vibrations. We speak healing. We speak abundance. We speak prosperity. And we speak favor and faith. And so I want y'all to learn from my real life journey to walk by faith. Keep God first. I always tell y'all that, just like that scripture that says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Everything I need comes to me with ease. Even when I get frustrated, I repeat that mantra and that positive affirmation. Everything I need comes to me with ease. And it's not just money, it's healing, it's favor, and it's abundance. So I appreciate y'all. I want to just kind of give y'all that little bit of an update. I will keep you guys posted. I'm going to jump off because like I said, I got so much stuff I still got to figure out for tonight, but I just want to let y'all know, what the doctor talked with me about. And like I said, I didn't think, he was like, if you're a thyroid cancer survivor and your dad died from a heart condition and cancer runs in your family, we need to take serious the issues that you're dealing with. He said, and my concern is whether or not the thyroid cancer is trying to come back, because the mass that I have is 1 centimeter. And again, 1 centimeter usually is sign of malignancy. That's how they found out before that I had cancer, is because the nodule on my left side had grown to 1 centimeter. So I'm grateful that he is concerned, but I speak healing. I don't care what the doctors tell me. I'm healed already. And that's how you do that. You speak healing, you claim healing, and you claim abundance. I don't claim any dis-ease. I am abundant, I am healed, I am prosperous, and I'm blessed and highly favored. So let me see. Chelsea said, I feel you, God still got you. God always got me, baby. Always. I don't care what they tell me. I'm already healed, and I'm already abundant, and everything I need comes to me with ease. So I appreciate y'all. I love you, these peeps. Thank you so much. Y'all hit the like. And for those who have not followed me on Instagram, because oftentimes when I log on to Instagram, because I follow a lot of spiritualists and I follow a lot of the high vibrational, I'll share those posts to my story. And a lot of times people will tell me that it encourages them. For those who have not, make sure y'all are following me on Rumble. After I end the live and once it uploads, I will post it in the comments. Make sure you're following me on Rumble, family, because all of my truth-telling and investigative research lives are going to be on Rumble, because I'm moving away from YouTube when it comes to that, because Rumble doesn't censor shit. So if you have not already, go to Rumble, sign up and search for JustDee Show, and make sure that you hit the follow and make sure you hit the subscribe. And for those who might be watching my channel for the first time, thank you and welcome to Dee's World. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and I will be back. Love you, these peeps. All right, cool.